Hello everyone, I am Nivedita Jana from Ambika Prasad Research Foundation. Welcome to all of you to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation. So today in this part of environmental sciences, we are going to discuss about the composition of air, particles, ions and radicals and chemical speciation and photochemical smog. So let's start. So first of all, let's discuss about the composition of air. So, air is a mixture of gases which makes up the Earth's atmosphere. These gases are colorless and odorless, and hence we can see them but only feel them. The atmosphere is an ocean of these gases. It consists of 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and 1% other gases and water vapor. The composition of air does not change as it travels through the layers of the atmosphere. What changes is the number of molecules. So the air molecules decrease and become less. The moisture content varies from place to place. Arid regions have less moisture content as compared to wetlands. Like the water vapor or moisture content of air varies. The maximum moisture carrying capacity of air depends primarily on temperature. The composition of air is unchanged until the elevation of approximately 10,000 meter. The average air temperature diminishes at the rate of 0.6 degrees Celsius for each 100-meter vertical height, and one standard atmosphere is defined as the pressure, which is equal to that exerted by a 760 column of mercury at 0 degrees Celsius sea level and at standard gravity. And other components of air are sulfur dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, iodine, carbon monoxide, ammonia, etc. So then coming to the composition of particles, particles are very important constituent of the atmosphere. They are small sized solid and liquid matter in the atmosphere of Earth. The number of particles per unit volume of air varies from several hundred per cubic centimeter in pure air to more than 105 per cubic centimeter in polluted air. Their size is in the range of 0.1 to 10 micro. The particulate mass level ranges from 10 microgram per meter in clean air to 60 to 2000 microgram per meter cube in the polluted urban areas. And colloidal sized solid and liquid matters present in the Earth's atmosphere are known as aerosols. Particles of natural origin with diameter less than 0.2 micro are called Aitken particles or Aitken nuclei, after a pioneer of aerosol science, John Aitken. And the sources of aerosols define their composition. Wind-blown mineral dust comes from mineral oxides and other material blown from the earth crust. This particulate is light-absorbing. The second largest contributor of global aerosol is sea salt and consists mainly of sodium chloride originating directly from the ocean. Other constituents of sea salt reflect the composition of seawater and thus include magnesium, sulfate, calcium, potassium, etc. Sea spray aerosols contain both inorganic as well as organic compounds which affect their chemistry. And the particles which occur naturally in the atmosphere are bacteria, fog, pollen, and volcanic ash. The size and chemical nature of the particles are more important than the particulate matter present in the Earth's atmosphere. So, the formation of particulate matter, one is inorganic particulate matter, in which metal oxides form a major group of inorganic particles in the atmosphere. They originate from fuel combustion. Then organic particulate matter, which is organic in nature and is obtained from number of sources such as emission from vegetation, automobiles, combustion of fuels, etc. Then coming to the ions and radicals, the upper layer of atmosphere known as ionosphere, which contains significant numbers of electrons and positive ions. They persist for long durations without recombining to give neutral spaces due to rarefied conditions in the upper atmosphere. In the ionosphere, the ions are primarily produced by ultraviolet light. At night, when there is no UV light, the positive ions present in the atmosphere combine with free electrons and results in the formation of original neutral spaces. The upper layer atmosphere of Earth is strongly influenced by the magnetic field of Earth. The best known example of the phenomenon is found in the Van Allen belts discovered in 1958, consisting of two ionized belts surrounding the Earth. The inner belt and outer belt is consist of protons and electrons respectively, and the electromagnetic radiation in the atmosphere, which are high in energy, may also produce free radicals, which are atoms or groups of atoms with unpaired electrons. Free radicals are very reactive. The half-lives of radicals at high altitudes may be of several minutes or longer than that. Radicals are used in chain reaction in which at least one of the products is a free radical. And free radicals contribute in the formation of photochemical smog. So then coming to the chemical speciation. Chemical speciation is defined according to IPAC as follows, like chemical species, specific form of an element defined as to isotopic composition, electronic or oxidation state, or complex and molecular structure. And in second, speciation analysis, analytical activities of identifying or measuring the quantities of one or more individual chemical species in a sample. And in third, speciation of an element, which is distribution of an element among defined chemical species in a system. In contrast to this fractionation analysis is clearly different from what we understand as speciation and speciation analysis. This way of describing a analyte is defined by IPAC. The fractionation is the process of classification of an analyte or a group of analytes from a certain sample according to physical or chemical properties. So these definitions allow to clarifying the differences between the terms speciation and fractionation and have been used for understanding the tasks and possibilities of element speciation analysis. And chemical speciation analysis is considered a valuable tool in drug development to improve drug efficacy and reduce its toxicity. One example is arsenic trioxide, which is used as a drug for the treatment of leukemia. Then coming to the photochemical smog, which also known as summer smog, is a type of smog that is produced when UV light originating from the sun interacts with the oxides of nitrogen present in the atmosphere. This type of smog usually manifests as a brown haze and is most commonly seen in highly populated cities that are placed in relatively warm climates. Furthermore, photochemical smog is most prominently visible during the mornings and afternoons. So, how the photochemical smog is formed? Like the photochemical form is formed by a complex series of chemical reactions involving sunlight, oxides of nitrogen, and volatile organic compounds that are present in the atmosphere as a result of air pollution. These reactions often result in the formation of ground level ozone and certain airborne particles. The formation of photochemical smog is closely related to the concentration of primary pollutants in the atmosphere. It is also related to the concentration of secondary pollutants. The effects of photochemical smog are the smog has a number of negative effects on the environment and human beings. The chemical contained within it, when combined with hydrocarbons, form molecules which cause eye irritation. The atmospheric radicals interfere with the nitrogen cycle by stopping ground level ozone from being eliminated. Ground level ozone can prove to be extremely toxic to human beings. Other negative symptoms associated with photochemical smog include decreased vision and shortness of breath. Thank you so much for patience, hearing.